In the previous class, we have learned about the oral cavity, the function of the saliva, and the secretion of saliva. Now we are going to learn about the pharynx. Pharynx is divided into three: nasopharynx, oropharynx, and laryngopharynx. Nasopharynx is important in respiration, while the oropharynx and the laryngopharynx are the passage common for both respiratory system as well as the digestive system. The food from the mouth, it is pushed forward through the pharynx into the esophagus, then to the stomach, then small intestine, large intestine, and then to the rectum and anus, and then it is eliminated. The inner structure of the esophagus, like layers, are the same in the digestive system. The blood supply to the pharynx is by the several branches of the facial arteries, and the venous drainage is by the facial veins and the internal jugular vein. Nerve supply is by the pharyngeal plexus, and it consists of the parasympathetic and sympathetic nerves. Now we go to the esophagus. The esophagus is also known as food pipe. The length of esophagus is 25 cm and 2 cm in diameter. It lies in the medial plane in the thorax, in front of the vertebral column, behind the trachea and the heart. It is continuous with the pharynx and it reaches to the stomach. It passes between the muscles fiber of the diaphragm, behind the central tendon at the level of the 10th thoracic vertebra. The structure of the esophagus. The four layers of tissue as shown in the figure 12.2 is the same like adventitia, submucosa, muscles, and mucosa. Thus, arterial blood supply to the esophagus is by the paired esophageal arteries. They are the branches of the thoracic aorta. The venous drainage is by the thoracic region, venous drainage into the azygos and hemiazygos veins. The function of the mouth, pharynx, and esophagus. The formation of bolus. Bolus means when the food is eaten, masticated, and the bowl-like structure is being prepared, that is easily pushed forward into the esophagus. So, when the food is eaten in the mouth, it is chewed or masticated by the teeth and moved around the mouth by the help of the tongue and the muscles of the cheek. It is mixed with the saliva and is formed into a soft mass that is known as bolus, that is readily can be swallowed. The length of the time that food remains in the mouth largely depends on the consistency of the food. Some food need to be chewed longer than others before the individual feels that the bolus is ready for swallowing. Now here we need to remember that the polysaccharides or the carbohydrates are readily ingested because of the salivary amylase into the mouth. So the digestion of the carbohydrate takes place in the mouth. Swallowing or deglutition. This occurs in the 3 stages after chewing is complete. The bolus has been formed. So first is oral stage. With the mouth closed, the voluntary muscles of the tongue and the cheeks push the bolus backward into the pharynx. That is called oral phase or stage. Second, pharyngeal stage. The muscles of the pharynx are stimulated by reflex action initiated in the walls of the oropharynx, and that is coordinated by the swallowing center that is present in medulla, in the brain. Involuntary contraction of these muscles propels the bolus down into the esophagus. And the third stage is esophageal stage. The presence of the bolus in the pharynx stimulates a wave of peristalsis that propels the bolus through the esophagus to the stomach. Peristalsis waves pass along the esophagus only after swallowing begins. Now, there are factors preventing the gastric reflux. What is gastric reflux? Means the gastric content, the content or secretion that is present in the stomach that comes to the upward. Normally it does not come. If any abnormality, then only the gastric reflux takes place. So, the factors may be the attachment of the stomach to the diaphragm by the peritoneum. Second, the acute angle formed by the position of the esophagus as it enters into the fundus of the stomach. And the third is increased tone of the cardiac sphincter, which intra-abdominal pressure increases. The walls of the esophagus are lubricated by the mucus, which assists the passage of bolus during the peristaltic movement of the muscular wall.